All right, guys. I'm looking so pretty now. I love it. It's crazy. And you know what, guys? Like the satisfaction of losing weight, that's one thing. But doing it yourself without Ozempic, without plastic surgery or liposuction, without any of that, it really is a nice feeling. I mean, I don't really take the time to appreciate where I'm at looks-wise, but it is obviously very nice. And who wouldn't want to be here, right? In this look. And if you want to lose weight, just count your calories, eat a lot of protein, eat healthy and stuff, and definitely don't drink as many drinks as you like. I know even if you drink a lot of drinks, you gain calories, right? It's crazy. I know it's like sad because you're like, well, if I just have 5 drinks, it's fine, right? But that's a lot of calories, and maybe 5 drinks is like the minimum or the maximum. But I mean, having like 4 drinks or 3 drinks. I mean, some days I don't even eat anything, and that's cool because fasting does cause benefits to the body, right? I know it seems like it doesn't, because why would it cause benefits? But it can cause benefits to your body. I have so much energy. I just feel amazing, right? So when you fast, sometimes you do very well, right? And most of the time you would, right? I mean, unless you're fasting too much, that's not healthy. But if you look amazing like this, if you look like this, then you basically fasting has caused you to gain energy, right, and muscle, right, and lose fat, right? Anyway, guys, yeah. So really, just if you want to lose weight, now's the time, right? Before the New Year's resolution. Now's the time to lose weight, right? Why not, right? Why not, right? Because we all deserve to be a thinner selves, right? Now, guys, always remember, too, that you might be finding it very difficult to lose weight. You might find it, depending on where you're at, some people have a lot of weight to lose. You might be finding it very difficult to lose weight. Now, you have to remember, though, if you're the kind of person that really values compliments, trust me, guys, when you get closer to where your goal is, and let's say your goal is amazingly low weight, that's good, a nice weight. Once you get closer to your goal, people start complimenting you, and it's like a new lease on life, right? I mean, especially because you haven't been complimented before. Like when you get compliments, some people will give compliments, whatever, at every weight you are. But sometimes when you're very thin and you're losing weight and you were never that thin before, and you are always having a struggle losing weight, but then you got to a certain point where it was like people were just saying, "Oh, I noticed you're losing weight," or "You look really good, you're losing weight." And people will say that, right? And so they think, "Oh my God, nobody's ever said that to me before, right? Maybe you never lost weight before, right?" So if you're losing weight and people start noticing, and then you start losing a lot of weight, and then everyone just thinks you're like phenomenal, right? Now I'm at this stage for me where people know I've been thin for a long time. People know I'm gorgeous, so I get kind of like the crazy, people will be like trying not to make it seem like they think I'm thin, or trying to not to make it seem like they think I'm gorgeous. But I mean, depends on the person. Some people will look shocked. The majority of people that see me that are like if you see someone like me, you're gonna be shocked, right? Because I'm stunning. I'm like amazing, especially in person, right? But on here, I'm like stunning, right? And in person, I'm like amazing, right? So people have different reactions to that. Sometimes people will hate that kind of person, right? So they don't like it, right? But in general, when you first start losing weight, and like remember, guys, you might be like, I'm in heaven. People are complimenting. People like me, right? You get to a point where you lose too much weight and you look gorgeous, people might have a hard time with you, right? So just remember, you have creators like me and motivators out there, like Andrew Tate and like some of there's this one guy, I don't even remember what his name is, but he's like incredibly fit, right? He's like super fit. He runs and does all these things. I think he motivates people, and he's very fit. And people like that will motivate you, right? And then you meet friends that are like that in person, and then you're like, oh, that's cool, they're going to motivate me even more, right? Because they're your actual friends, right? You have to act as if you have friends like that before you have friends like that, right? But in general, it's not like it's rocket science to realize that, and it depends on the person too. Some of your friends might actually be very good to you, knowing you lost weight, even better to you than before. But in general, you get to a certain point, sometimes, not always, But you get to a certain point where you might be hated for your looks because you're gorgeous. And you have to remember too, that even if you have a very thin friend who's always been good to you when you're chubby, and then you lose a lot of weight, maybe you look better than them, right? Because I've seen some girls or some guys that their friends are, chubbier, but they have a nicer face, right? And so when they lose weight, their friend might be very jealous because their face is like so good, and then they're so thin, and they look really good, right? But in general, it depends on the person and the people involved, right? It's not always the same, right? But in general, people like influencers that support you, tell you meet people in real life. Maybe you'll meet me, right? But in general, I'm supportive of everybody. But I mean, in terms of like losing weight and being your best self, I love that, right? Thank you guys. Bye, one. Au revoir, guys. Au revoir,